Hi and welcome to Spice and Pans. 恭喜发财. Today we'll be cooking steamed stuffed Luffa with mincemeat and prawns. In Chinese we call it 竹报平安. So let's start cooking. We'll now start to peel our Luffa. This is approximately 700 grams. I'll be using only 1/3 of it, the fullest part over here. Now this is also known as a snake gourd. It's part of the cucumber family or gourd family itself. This is very nutritious also. Basically Luffa is like a sponge. When you peel it and if you squeeze a little bit hard, it might be compressed, but it's fine, no problem at all. It will expand out in a while. So just using a peeler, just peel off the skin. You might be wondering why I'm peeling off the whole thing when I'm just using 1/3 of it. The reason is it's easier to handle this way. Now of course you don't have to throw this away. You can keep it for a day or two until you cook it for your next meal. But remember, please soak it in salted water first to prevent it from oxidizing. This is excellent when you stir fry this with glass noodles, dried shrimp with a little bit of garlic. It's fantastic. Or you can actually make a good soup out of this also. Okay, this is done already. We'll just cut off the end first. Right, this part we don't need. I'm just going to use about 18 centimeter. So from the thickest part over here, I'll just make a cut first. The part which you have not peeled, we'll keep it as it is and in the fridge. I'm going to make 6 portions, about 3 cm per portion itself. If you're making for more people, of course, adjust it accordingly to how many portions you want them to be. Now just soak this piece in a salt water, and next time if you want to use this, just cut it up and you can stir fry or make this into soup. For the portion that we are using today, I'm just going to cut them into 6 portions of 3 cm each. So I halve them first, and then into 3 other portions. Continue with the other one, 3 portions. Now we are going to hollow this out. You can use a spoon, or in my case, I'm using a small knife. Take a knife, put it in the edge like this, and slowly in a circular motion, just carefully and lightly cut the core out. Try not to squeeze the Luffa too hard, but even if you do, it's fine because later you can actually expand this easily. Right, once this is, you see, it's very easy getting out the core. Alright, so just use your knife and clean up a little bit over here. Just put it in the salted water to prevent it from oxidizing. Now we'll prepare the fillings. I have with me over here 6 pieces of large prawns. With the shell on, they are approximately 240 grams. Shell off and deveined, they are 130 grams. Keep the tail on like this, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to prepare the prawns. Place the prawns on your chopping board. Now we'll need the tail part for decorating purposes. So just cut it down like this. Do not throw this away. Alright, we'll use this in a while. Put it aside and continue with the rest. Lightly smash the prawns. Then we'll just chop them up. You don't have to chop them up very finely because we still want to see a little bit of the prawns in the fillings. So something like this will be good enough. And now we will show you how we mix all the ingredients together. Now we put all the ingredients together. I have with me over here 130 grams of minced pork. You can use minced chicken if you don't take pork. Add in the prawns which we have minced just now. Add in half a tablespoon of young ginger juice. This is derived from grating young ginger and squeezing out the juice. Pour it in. 1 teaspoon of light soy sauce. 1 teaspoon of oyster sauce. 1 teaspoon of corn flour. A few dashes of pepper. And 1 water chestnut chopped up. If you do not have this, it's fine also. But this will give this dish a very natural sweetness and a nice crunch. Right, make sure you wash your hand. I'm going to mix them all together. Mix them all up well together. And we're going to slam this a few times so that the texture is going to be really good. But mix them up well first in one direction. After you have mixed them up well, just gather them all up and we'll slam them a few times. You can do 10, 20 times, it's really up to you. This will give this a very bouncy kind of texture when you bite into it. When you slam them like this, right, a sticky kind of a mess over here, then that means it's done. Alright, we'll divide this into 6 portions and proceed to fill our luffa with it. Filling this into the luffa is super easy. You just need a spoon, scoop up 1 serving, and then using a spoon, just scrape everything in. Push it down. Use your palm as a base. Alright, place it down like this and push it down until you can push it no more. And then we just round this up. Continue to do the rest, and I'll show you how we are going to use the prawn tail. Once you are done filling the luffa, take the tail of the prawn, spread it out like this, and then just stick it in the middle. Something like this will be good. So later when you steam this, it will look very pretty. Continue to do the rest, and once you're done with this, we will go and steam this. Now we'll steam our luffa. I'm using my 32 cm galactic wok from Gourmet. It has this honeycomb coating which makes cooking and cleaning so much easier. Make sure that the water is boiling. Gently put in your luffa. Put the lid on. And we're going to steam this for 10 minutes over high heat. In the meanwhile, let's prepare the sauce. Now let's prepare the sauce. I'm using a 28 cm non-stick pan from Shogun by Gourmet. This is part of the Senjo Plus series. Heat up your pan. Add a little bit of oil. Swirl the oil around. Add in 3 cloves of garlic chopped. Fry them until fragrant. I'm using medium heat right now. Once you can start to smell them, we'll add in our water. Add in 180 milliliters of water. Mix them up a little bit. Add in 1 teaspoon of oyster sauce, as well as 1/3 of a teaspoon of chicken stock powder. A little bit of pepper. Mix them up well. Add in a little bit of sugar. Add in half a teaspoon of sugar. Mix it up well. Just give it a taste to see whether it's savory enough for you. Very good, but we can use a little bit of salt. 1/3 of a teaspoon of salt. Mix them up well. Thicken it up with some cornstarch solution. Pour in and stir at the same time. Thicken it to the consistency that you want. If you want your sauce to be darker, by all means add a little bit of dark soy sauce. Finally, add in 1 teaspoon of sesame oil. And we are done. 10 minutes is up and the luffa should be done. Let's have a look. Wow, look at how beautiful this is. Now all we have to do is just plate them up and pour the sauce over it. I've replated the luffa and now we just need to pour the sauce. Look at how beautiful this is. And now it's time for our lunch. And now the dish is done, let's have a taste. Oh, smells really good. The luffa is super tender. There's this crunch from the chestnut, which is super nice. And the fillings with the prawns, this is a really good dish. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope you like our video. Do click like on our video and do subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching, and now it's your turn to cook. See you, bye bye. 香，就是香。